We're still a month or two away from the beginning of the spring calving season, but it's not too soon to begin to think about the colostrum needs that we may need for the first baby calf that is born to a difficult birth, and we have to supply the colostrum that that calf is going to need. You remember, colostrum contains the immunoglobulins or the antibodies that give those baby calves some disease protection. In a few cases, maybe you have a 2-year-old that's not giving enough milk, or you have a situation where the calf is born to a very difficult, long, arduous birthing process, and that calf is sluggish and won't get up in time to nurse the cow. And we all know that getting that colostrum into that baby calf within the first 6 hours is very, very important to his disease protection. And that's why having some colostrum already stored that we can thaw out and give to that baby calf in the middle of the night, in the middle of the winter, is pretty important for his future health. A couple of ways of getting that colostrum. Natural colostrum, most people still consider the best, come from a cow perhaps that lost a calf that you'd milk out, or if there's still a dairy in your area, you might visit with those folks and see if you can purchase some of the colostrum that they can't put into the milk line and have that available to store and have ready for next spring's calving. If you do that, I would suggest that you put 1 quart of the colostrum into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and then lay that flat into the freezer to be frozen until you're going to use it. If you do that, then it becomes easier to thaw out when you need it quickly next February or March. It's probably going to take at least 2 of those doses for each feeding of most of these calves. We consider 5 to 6% of their body weight the adequate amount of colostrum for each feeding. And for an 80-pound newborn calf, that equates to about 2 quarts of the colostrum going to be needed for that first feeding, and then repeat that again about 12 hours later. If you can't get natural colostrum and have the opportunity to obtain some and freeze it and utilize it in that way, then I suggest that you visit with your local veterinarian or the local feed store and purchase some commercial colostrum replacer. And I say that word replacer with some emphasis because that will contain at least 100 grams of immunoglobulin per dose. And that's a key number to keep in mind. Look on the label before you purchase it to make sure it has that much in terms of immunoglobulin available for each dose. I realize these things are expensive for each dose that you feed them, but let's remember that if we can keep that calf alive until it's time to sell him the following fall at weaning time, and he's worth several $100s, then that 1 dose or 2 doses of that expensive colostrum replacer seems to be worth it. We hope this helps you a little bit in terms of getting ready for the upcoming calving season. Having colostrum available when you need it at the time that you need it is going to be important as well. Hey, we'll look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's Cow Calf Corner.